Hey, everybody, how y'all doing today? I'm coming to you with another week of my top 10 college football 2024 for week 12 of this season. So, in this season, that's about to wrap up. In the regular season, I say about three more games. Some teams only got two games. Some teams probably going to the bye this week and only two more games to go. And some teams got three games. So this week coming up, next week, and the week of Thanksgiving, they're going to be having the last final games before they get into the bowl games and the playoffs. Now, the bowl games is going to be taking place possibly the end of next week. I think I'm not for sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think the bowl games are going to get started pretty soon. So this is going to be very exciting to see this new 12-team college football playoff, man. From the first rankings that came out on Tuesday, man, this is going to be some very exciting matches. And just keep in mind that this year, if y'all think about it, they're going to be having to go on the road like some of the Southern teams. Think about like teams from the South, like SEC conference. They're going to have to come up north, and you know how the weather get up north, like in at Ohio State, and at Penn State, and at Indiana. You know, it starts snowing, and then if Notre Dame get in too, also that's in Indiana. So a lot of them Southern teams are going to have to come up and play in like some cold weather. So that's going to be interesting to see. And vice versa, some of the teams up north is going to have to go down south and play possibly. So, wow, this is going to be interesting, man. You could very well see, like, say, a Tennessee or Ole Miss come to up north to say Happy Valley, and you know what I'm saying, they got to play at Penn State in a whiteout game. See, we would have never got this type of game before because we traditionally in the past. Don't get me wrong, the bowl games like traditionally was fun, but this the playoff games this year is going to be new and exciting because a lot of teams are going to have to come up here like in this freezing cold, and sometimes it could be snowing. And just think about that: playing at the Horseshoe, playing at Happy Valley at a whiteout game, or going to Indiana, going to Notre Dame with all them fighting Irish at nighttime. And then, like I said before, teams possibly from up here will have to go down south too. So it's going to be very fun and exciting. If y'all out there right now and y'all seeing I'm live right now, please could y'all chime in, just make a comment. I left a few questions for you guys. Who y'all think is number one, and also who y'all think should be the top 12 college football teams as of right now. So chat in and give y'all this who y'all think is actually number one team, who y'all feel, and also chat in right now and give me y'all top 12 teams or top 10, because in a few minutes I'm about to give you guys my top 10 of this week. So like I said, every week my top 10, I go by like what they did on the field. I don't go by what they did last year or the year before. I go by every week how they played on the field, and also add in how they controlled that game, and also like what the game was like, the scoring, and also I go by like what other teams did, like below them or ahead of them. If a team lost and they was at this spot last week, well, it's going to be some reshuffling around. So this week is not going to be like how I had the ranking last week. Like I said all the time, each week my rankings change based upon performance on the football field. So also, if a team was on bye last week and didn't play, I basically would not mess with that team. It'd be hard pressed for me to jump another team over that team if they got the same record. So most of the time, like if a team was not playing this week on a bye, they're going to be good. I'm not going to really mess with them in my top 10. I'm only going to reshuffle teams that played like in the games this week. And then I do my process. That's how I did my process. So that's how I'm going to present my top 10 to you guys. So anybody out there, like before I give my top 10, please chat in. Please chime in, chat in on what any game this week, how y'all feel about teams, anything. Just chime in. This is fun. There's only a few more weeks to go, and then you're gonna have rivalry week coming up after Thanksgiving, and then you're gonna go into the bowl games and the playoffs, and then after that on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and a few games after New Year's. So this season is winding down. That's why I'm here. Chime in. Come into my chat section. I've been doing this all year long. So I know it's people out there got alerted about my show by now. I've been doing top 10. This is my 12th week. So I know it's people out there that has been able to see my live chat. So please, if you're out there, chime in. Like I'm one of the guys that do like independent, like top tens, and maybe I do some predictions right now. So I give you guys a different perspective because I feel like you don't have to all the time just get like national perspective because I feel like that's not fair to like the guys like me, independent guys, YouTubers that does this too. I've been watching college football for years more than some of these guys on three. I've been watching college football before these guys was born. So just because they got all these bright lights and camp like color on their on three shows and on the CBS shows, that don't mean that they know more better than people like me and others that have been watching college football for years. Like I said, me and a few others probably been watching football. Matter of fact, I know before a lot of these guys was even thought of and born. I've been watching college football for a long time. Not to state my age, but hey, I'm a seasoned vet at this. So just because all these bells and whistles on these big time channels, y'all want to always support them, support the little guys too. We need your help. That's all I'm saying, people out there that's listening to my live chat or even after my live chat on this video. Give me a shot. Give other people like me a shot. This is America. Give like it's all a lot of people started out like me, and then you like if you give us a shot, you never know like what information, everything we can give you and go forward, how our channel can grow. I just feel like independent people, not to keep ranting about this, we give you probably a more better perspective on top tens and on also on recruiting. You never know. We might can give you a better insight on recruiting in some of these major like stations. So give me a shot so my channel can grow. And if you trust in me, I'm going to give you my best. I promise you. I will give you my best top tens. I will give you the best information on recruiting, updates, stuff. I would go behind the scenes. I would find out how recruits think. but I just need your help. If you can, like, give me some support, even if it's financial support or just give me chats, comments, or anything. That's all I ask of you guys. Just any little comment that would help my channel grow. So, I'll that being said, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 in a minute, but I just want to say that this week of college football has been fun, man. I mean, that LSU Alabama game, I didn't think the outcome was going to be like this, but man, it's like one team came in there on a mission and one team that didn't get the memo. Like, I don't know why LSU didn't get the memo that this is eliminator. And they was at home. They should have came in with more compassion. That's how I feel about it. Like, man, your playoff spot is on the line. Also, a chance that outside chance at getting to the SEC championship was on the line. So I just don't know why LSU came out flat like this. But oh well, I believe they're eliminated from the SEC championship and possibly the 12-team college football playoff also. Because I don't believe that they're going to get in as a three-loss team. Not to say that all teams might not get in as a three-loss team. I mean, one team out of all these teams, but I don't think it's going to be LSU because they will have to possibly get past some other teams that's two-loss or one-loss. So it's going to be very hard. I'm saying I think that they're eliminated. It was an elimination game for both Alabama and LSU, and I believe that LSU lost that game and they're eliminated. So moving on from that, there was some more games. Like most of the games, like was very good and competitive for most of the day, from the 12 o'clock noon games to the 3:30 games, 4 o'clock games, 7 and 7:30 games, and 10 o'clock games. It was some very good games all over the field. I tried to watch as much as I can, but it's just so many games going on. I only can just grab like the most highly important games that results in playoff spots or conference championship spots, and maybe a few that is trying to make a bowl game. The teams that probably hardly ever made bowl games before, and they're trying to get their first bowl game in a long time. Yeah, I probably like peek in on some of them teams too, because that's very exciting sometimes to see like some teams that struggle for a long time able to get a good squad together, good team together, and able for the first time win 6 or more games. You know, because I'm all for like new teams getting a shot at it, a bowl game, and even a 12-team college football playoff. Because that, I just feel that college football is more exciting when more teams sometimes have a shot. I mean, I know you want your blue bloods and some of the well-known names of teams to get in, but sometimes every now and then you got a college out there that haven't won in years and finally able to make a run this year with a fan base finally believing that their team can do something. That's exciting. That's fun for that team, and it's good for college football. So, like a team like Indiana, and then possibly BYU also. I don't know how far these two teams are going to go, but this has been a fun ride for both of these teams. So I'm giving everybody out there like 2 minutes to chime in, 2 minutes to get into the chat and say who they think should be the 12 teams in the college football playoff right now, who they think is number one right now. Oregon is number one. So if you feel that your team is number one, chat and say your team number one. Like I said before, who y'all feel still is the best conference? Is it the SEC? Is it the Big Ten? Is it the Big 12? Is it the ACC? Or is it one of them other Power 4 conferences? Or independents like Notre Dame? I mean, that's not a conference though, but you can put Notre Dame as you feel as the number one team or one of the teams that you feel is going to make it into the 12-team college football playoff and one of the best teams. So just leave a chat. So those that haven't like been into this chat lately or is not able to get into the chat right now tonight, just chat later on after the video has been recorded. If you see this video afterwards, leave a comment, leave a chat, and just get in on a conversation. I very much would like that. So right now, I'm going to give you guys my top 10. And keep in mind, I do this every week until the season is over. I believe we got, after this week of games, we got 2 more to go. And then it's going to be the college football playoffs. So I believe after this week coming up, we're going to have 2 more. We're going to have this week's games. Then after this week's games, then we're going to have, I believe, 2 more games after that. Then the regular season is over. And then we start the bowl games of playoffs. So with that being said, here's my top 10. For this week. I'll make sure you guys can see it. Hold on. This is my week's top 10. Week 12 top 10. Y'all can see the list right here from Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, BYU on down. Like I said, if your team not in my top 10 this week, that don't mean like next week y'all can't get in it. Because each week I just go by like performance on the field. Some teams have like 11, 12, and 13, or even down to 15, 16 might can get into my top 10. Who knows? Because some of these teams in the top 10 might can lose. And then one of you guys' teams could get into my top 10. But here's the list of my top 10. So that was my top 10 for week 12. Got 2 more weeks to go. And I just want to say, man, these weeks went so fast, but it was fun. I'm enjoying every bit of all these games. And I hope you guys have been too. So I'm going to be doing this next week and the week after, and I'm going to do pretty much 2 more predictions, I believe. So look out for my predictions. Matter of fact, tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, I'm going to drop Ohio State versus Indiana prediction. And if y'all want me to do a prediction for any of y'all schools, like in the SEC, ACC, Big 12, leave it in the chat. If y'all want me to predict on any one of you guys' teams, leave it in the comment section or in the chat now. And I will look at the chats. I will look at the comments. And I will look at the ones that I think like maybe is impactful enough, and I will make a prediction on it. So for now, I'm doing Ohio State versus Indiana. And I might do Georgia versus Tennessee, because that's going to be a big game in the SEC also, a pivotal game. So if you got a team out there that you want me to do a prediction on, leave it chat right now, or afterwards leave it in the comment section. So I'm going to show you my top 10 one last time, and I will talk to you guys next week. So here's a last look at my top 10. If you guys can see. I want you guys out there, leave some right now. I don't see too many. I see a couple of y'all. I see a few more of y'all like leaving the chat. Come on, I need a few more people in my chat section. Just say something. Leave emoji or something. This is my top 10. Like I said, while you guys chiming in, chatting and everything, that's helped my channel grow. And then I would be able to, in the off season, do recruiting news. But I need you guys' help. And also injury updates, anything concerning like college football or some of the teams. So that's my top 10 for this week. Week 12. So guys, I thank you for the ones that chimed in today and viewed my top 10 this week. Like always, I appreciate all you guys out there, all you college football fans, all over the United States, all over the world. I enjoy chatting with you every week doing this top 10. And I know it is about to be winding down, but we had a blast, and we will continue to have a blast. I might do a video or two predicting some of the playoff games. But leave that also in the chat or the comment section on, do y'all want me to predict any bowl games of you guys' teams, or even when I get to the playoffs? I will be asking you again on like the playoff teams also. And also we'll have fun, like just leave also in the comment section about chats like on who y'all want to see in a matchup. That's fun. I believe. Who y'all would like to see like play each other in 12-team college football? What type of exciting matchups do y'all looking forward to seeing? Because there's going to be some really, really good matchups, really good players going against each other, teams. So let me know. This is fun. See, a lot of other shows don't do this. On this show, you get to everybody get to chat and say who y'all like to see in the 12-team college football playoff. And I will show your chats. I will show if you got any merchandise or if you got anything you're promoting, if you're promoting a CD, this don't have to always be college football related. If you're a new artist, a singer, a rapper, or anything, and you're trying to get your music out also, I understand. Just say that in the chat or comment, chat about that, or leave a comment. Because I have a large audience, and you never know how many people out there might see if you're a new rapper, a new singer, and you're trying to get your song out there, you're trying to get your name out there. Or if you're trying to sell any merch, any t-shirts, caps, any tennis shoes, anything. Or if you open up a new restaurant, a new clothing company, or open up a barber shop or a hair store, anything, just leave it in the comment section. You never know how many people could just see that. So it don't have to always be football related. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to end this video, but tune in next week. Always do my top 10s around after like this time, because I wait till the AP drop, coaches poll drop, and then after the coaches poll and everything dropped, then I get a perspective on them, and then I drop my top 10. So possibly around this time, around 5 or 6 or 7 every Sunday. Well, for these past few weeks, I'm going to be dropping my top 10. And then during the course of the week, like I said before, I will be dropping another prediction video of one of the, like, big games of this week. Like next week, I'm going to be dropping a prediction for Ohio State versus Indiana. And possibly this week, I'm going to be dropping Georgia versus Tennessee. So be looking out for that prediction. And like I said, if you guys have another prediction out there that you want to me to predict, let me know. Chat about it right now, or after this video. If you see this video again, leave it in the comment section on who you want me to make a prediction on. So, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this week's Top 10, and I will be talking to you next Sunday around this time. Hope you chime in and chat and leave a comment, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Talk to you again, and thank you.